Hello world. This time around we have the GEEKOM GeekBook M16 on the test bench. It's a budget-oriented 16-incher with a premium build. Getting inside doesn't require a Harvard degree, so let's dive in. As always, undo the screws on the bottom. Here we have 9 T5 Torx heads. Use a prying tool to pop the back around the hinge cover, starting from either of the two far sides. Once the top edges lift slightly, slide your tool into the gaps and carefully unclip the rest of the plate step by step. Flipping the panel shows dust filters over the speaker cutouts, but unfortunately none for the main ventilation grill. The battery is a massive 99.99 watt-hour model. To take it out, pull down the connector on the right. After that, undo the 7 screws that secure the unit and untangle the speaker cables at the top. Real-world autonomous life is actually impressive, giving you about 12 and a half hours of 4K YouTube playback on a single charge. The black film covering part of the cooling system also houses a long thermal pad for the primary SSD. As you can see, the main M.2 slot fits standard 2280 NVMe drives, while the secondary slot accommodates the much shorter 2230 variants. Both are compatible with Gen 4 SSDs. At first glance, I was puzzled by the RAM's location. Turns out the chips are hidden right underneath the pre-installed NVMe, with a thermal pad sandwiched between them. It's the first time I've seen such a space-saving approach. Back to the specs, you get 16 gigabytes of LPDDR5 RAM. While that's perfectly fine for everyday work right now, it's definitely not future-proof. The Wi-Fi 6E card follows the same trend. It's not upgradable. For an iGPU-only machine, the thermal setup looks quite decent. It features 2 fans, though the left one is notably bigger. One long, thick heat pipe hooks up the 2 heat sinks, while the processor itself sits under a single heat spreader. It's time to remove the whole thermal assembly. Pull out the 2 fan connectors and undo the 3 screws around each housing. Next up, remove the trio of screws securing the CPU. Carefully pry the cooling assembly loose and unclip the cables routed around the fans. The fans are detachable. They're taped down to the heat pipe with some heavy-duty black adhesive tape. And there you have it, the underside of the cooling system and the Meteor Lake processor itself, with its VRM section sitting just above it, layered with thermal pads. Check out our full review at techpowerup.com.